All right, we've got some breaking news right now involving reformed ex-con Vasco Thompson and his potential testimony in the Casey Anthony trial. Thompson's name, as you probably remember, suddenly appeared on a defense witness list just last week, causing really an uproar in court. Now, Casey Anthony's defense team claims Vasco's cell phone number connects him to George Anthony. But Thompson says, hey, I have never met George Anthony. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Now, I happen to run into these two gentlemen, Vasco Thompson and his attorney, Matt Morgan, today here in Orlando. It's my first day in Orlando. And who do I run into? These two gentlemen. I said, I know you. You're the one they tried to connect to the Casey Anthony case. I understand there's some breaking news, Matt. What do you know?
Yeah, Jane, this morning, as you know, I filed a motion to quash. Essentially, a motion to quash is to ask the court to keep Vasco off the stand because he didn't have any involvement with this. And we've made that clear. And despite filing that motion, I've just got news from the defense that they wish to take his deposition on Wednesday after 5 o'clock.
So who called you?
It was a member, somebody from Cheney Mason's office.
Okay, and did you say to them, well, wait a second, why are you deposing my client? This is all about alleged phone calls that occurred June 14th, 2008, the day before Cindy calls 911 and says it smells like a dead body in the damn car. But you have established that your client, Vasco, did not own that phone number until 2009, and you say you just got confirmation of that from the phone company?
Exactly. Well, Vasco got an oral confirmation from the phone company yesterday. Now, unfortunately, there's confidentiality agreements in place that will not permit the phone company to release those records, even to Vasco.
Really?
Even though he has the contract and it's between the phone company and him, they still will not release those records. I don't know why. The court's going to have to subpoena those records, though, Jane.
Vasco, how has this impacted your life? I understand that you did serve time. You served time for kidnapping. You served approximately 10 years. But as your attorney says, you've paid your debt to society. You didn't need to have this happen to you. Now the whole world knows about the past that you were trying to move past.
Exactly. And thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
I don't know how I got involved in this. And it's still puzzling now to this very moment how my name came up in all this. I never talked to any one of them. I don't even know them. And it just turning my whole life upside down now, Ms. Beth.
Well, how so? How has it affected, for example, your employment?
Well, I haven't gotten that far yet to my employment because I've been out injured. I'm only injured.
Is that I see your thumb there.
Yes,
why don't you hold that up?
Okay.
Okay, right. Is that the injury? Is that connected to the injury?
Yes.
What happened?
I was cleaning a machine on the job, and I got too close.
So, but your boss has not called you and said, I saw you on the news.
Well, my supervisor did. Yes, he did.
And? And
he said, we'll talk about it after I get back. So that's all he said. And he said he got his prayers for me.
So how else has this impacted? By the way, if you're watching, bosses, we have a huge problem in this country that people who go to prison cannot get employed, and then they can't get on the right track because they've got this scarlet letter, and we don't want this to happen to this man, whatever happened. And some people say it's serious. It was very serious that somebody was injured, but whatever happened, you paid your debt to society, and you deserve at this point to move on. Yeah. How else has it impacted?
Well, for my wife, she can't sleep. They running at the house, and she feel bad for me, and it just been terrible, man. I can't even imagine. I can't even tell you how much it's affected my life. Everybody knows everything now, you know what I'm saying? But it's won a public record already.
Are you going to sue? Zenaida Gonzalez sued.
Yeah, you know, at this point, we're just reserving comment on that matter until a later date because we really want to let our focus is on clearing Vasco's name in this case.
You got to keep us posted. We're all going to be here this week.
Okay, thanks.
I cannot believe that they're going to depose this guy anyway.